Good morning, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. My name is Kbaud, TARI NEMI, and you are welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Let us pray. Our Father in heaven, we give you praise, we give you glory, we thank you, for you alone is our God, and you alone can do all the things that you do. For our trust is in you and in no other. Our faith is in you and in none other. We trust that by you alone, our leader will be free and Biafra will be restored. For our faith is in you, our hope is in you, and our trust is in you. We hold no trust in man, nor in the strength of man, nor in the weapons of warfare built by man. But our hope is in you, O Elohim, O Putamara. Our hope is in you. We pray for every Biafran all over the world. We pray, O Lord, that you help and strengthen us in the face of these trying times, and give us the wisdom to make the right steps and take the right decisions. We pray also for those that are wounded. We pray for all those that have lost loved ones as a result of this struggle, that their loss will not be in vain, because the gain is Biafra at the end. All those who pray in the name of Tamara, Oyingi Nanawei, Chukokika Biama, Abasi Ogene, Olusebinigwe. You say, more power. Today, we are going to be talking about a topic that I title The British Dirty Game. What is going on right now, even though Britain want to try to take themselves away from it, but we know that they are playing a game. Britain wants to play a game. They want to hide and pretend as if they are not part of what is going on, and pretend as if the Nigerian terrorist government is doing what they are doing on their own. We all know Britain have interest in the zoo. They have interest in the oil. We know the oil is their number one interest. Britain have interest in the oil. We all know that. Britain do not want Biafrans to be free. And we have told them we do not have interest in this oil. We just want to be free people. But Britain have always said no. Why don't you want us to be free? Why do you want us to always bow to people that are not better than animals? Why don't you want us to live our life the way we were before you met us? Why don't you want us to be free, Britain? The man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is your citizen. And you're shying away from it as if, or on the other hand, you pretend as if you're doing something. On the other hand, you at the back in the shadows, you go behind and be giving Nigerian government advice on what to do. Your citizen, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is being held hostage by a terrorist government in Africa. After being taken from another African country, Kenya. What did Boris Johnson do? Call the leaders of this country for a meeting. Education meeting, or is it education summit, or education blah 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 in the UK? What did they go there to do? What did they go there to discuss? An average person that do not understand the way Britain play their game will feel that maybe probably Britain called for this meeting in order to tell them to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in order to tell Uhuru Kenyatta and the mask wearing Buhari. After all, they made him, they designed the mask for him. The mask wearing Buhari to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's what an average person will be thinking. But if you understand their game and how they play it, you know that's a big fat lie. Reason is this: if they were putting pressure, Nigerian government wouldn't have done what they did. Because what happened yesterday in Abuja was clear 419. And they used the opportunity to arrest many of our people. Because all they want to do is to see how they can destroy the structure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid behind. I keep saying this. IPOB members all over the world should understand that right now, what we hold dear the most is our unity, our oneness. That is what the enemy is after now. They are after the IPOB family. If they cannot destroy our oneness, let them try to destroy our presence within the zoo called Nigeria. Arrest as many as you can and put fear in others. Let the others go to sleep. So that people outside can be doing their diplomatic work, going to embassies. Now, I'm not saying that all those work do not matter. They matter, of course. They matter. We are letting the world know what is happening. They are very, very important works. But all those works, without our presence here on ground, without our presence in Biafra land and in the wider zoo, it is almost nothing. Because when you meet all the nations and everything, they would want to know if the people at home are with you, or you are just on your own abroad and you're just having visions without foundation. Because our presence in Biafra land and in the wider zoo is a foundation of the struggle. any political movement outside of a country without presence in the country has no foundation and can make no impact. Nobody's going to take you serious. You're outside your land. You don't have people in your land that are following up. Nobody's going to take you serious. That is what the Nigerian government want to do. They want to tell the world that all the people outside talking, they are just talking, that the people within the country are not with them. And that is why they played this deception. When they went on vacation, they were supposed to also shift this date. They have already shifted the date to this October 21st. They have already agreed. All the judges, everybody, they have already agreed. We are the only ones that didn't know. They have already agreed that the date has been shifted to October 21st, not 26 July. So what they did yesterday was just 419. That's why initially they did not allow our lawyers in. At the end, you entered inside. Your client is not there. So now they now said, instead of the judge to say DSS refused to bring him, he said he did not appear. He did not appear. Instead of it to call a spade, how can he appear? Somebody that is being held hostage by DSS, how can he appear? He did not appear. So because he did not appear, court case cannot go on. These guys are playing a game. They are testing the patience of the people. They want to see. This is testing the waters. They want to see what the reaction of Biafrans on ground will be. What will be the reaction of Biafrans? Oh, this man, because now are capable to stand by their leader, or because in their whole calculation they believe that if you remove Mazinam Nikano, this very president for education meeting, you know, when they want to hold such meetings like this, they will have two. The meetings are actually the shadow meeting and the daylight meeting. The daylight meeting is the one they announced. Is the shadow meeting is to properly educate them on how to go about this on the international scene, because this case now is an international case and it has become very delicate. Nigerian government is confused. They don't know what to do or how to go about it, because the integrity of UK, the United Kingdom, also known as Britain, is involved. Their integrity is involved. The Nigerian government is careful. They are confused. The Kenyan government is confused. They don't know what to do or how to go about this case. So Boris Johnson called them for a meeting to educate them properly. You know, one thing English people are very good at is manipulation. They can manipulate. They can manipulate a lot. So he called them to teach them on how to manipulate on the international scene, because Britain have taught Fulani how to manipulate in the local scene, how to manipulate Nigeria very, very well and continue to dominate the people and rule over them, while Fulani give them anything they ask for, whether it is oil and all that, anything they ask for, Fulani gives it to them. Apart from the agreements that they had before 1967, from 1967 during the war, they had another fresh agreement concerning the oil. So Britain would definitely be enjoying that oil directly. To God will. The oil is their primary interest, and they don't want Biafrans to be in that discussion table. That was the reason Jonathan had to go, because he's a Biafran. And they cannot reason business with Biafrans. They can't come to understand. You know, these people traded with our forefathers for a very long time. So they are not ignorant of us at all. And they don't want to take the chances. And they have been with Fulani for these few years. Fulani are easy people. That thing is not on their land. They don't care. If you like, pollute everywhere, pollute all the air, pollute the land, pollute the water, Fulani don't care. They don't care. After all, their own place is even a piece of shit. They don't care themselves. They don't even care for themselves. Is it Biafrans that they are going to care for? They don't care for their own people. The ordinary people, many of them are poor, apart from the privileged few. So, Britain love those people that don't care. They can come to your land, pollute everywhere, go to Ogoni land, pollute everywhere. Ogoni man will have no voice to ask questions. After all, when Kensarawa asked questions, they killed him. That was how international community was. They were like, we will do this, we will do this. Nothing happened. They were all aware. They were all aware Kensarawa would be killed. And they all approved it. They all approved the killing of Kensarawa. Let us forget all this jamboree. They all approved the killing of Kensarawa. You know what Kensarawa was asking for? What Kensarawa was asking for Ogoni land is what Mazinam Nikano was asking for the rule of Biafra. And they knew that if Kensarawa get what he was asking for Ogoni land, then the rest of Biafra will be able to ask for the same thing and they will get it. Because you cannot deny one, or you cannot give one and deny the other. So, if they allowed Abacha to kill Ken Saro-Wiwa and all they did not know, Ogoni people, the people of the coast and the rest of Biafra, or the people that meant well for Ken Saro-Wiwa, they were not aware that the international community actually approved that man's killing. They approved the killing. There's nothing they can say. They approved the killing because what Ken Saro-Wiwa was asking for is what they don't want him to ask for. And these Fulani people give them all they want. And Fulani people have understood this world and how these things function. That is the reason you see them, they are very, very bold. They are very bold to commit any crime whatsoever within Nigeria here, and they have no fear. When Goodluck Jonathan was president, just because United States of America were perceiving that maybe Goodluck Jonathan might not accept this fraudulent election result, they have already brought submarine to Ghana, waiting in case there is any breakdown of law and order in Nigeria, whereby Goodluck Jonathan will be using the military on people that want to intimidate him. They will just bring the submarine to Ijaw land in the coast and first of all ensure that they level Ijaw land before they go and pick him in Abuja. The submarine was already there waiting. And what was the excuse? They said that they brought it there so that they are going to save their people that are in Nigeria. Lies. We know now, we know the plans that Obama had for us. We know the plans he had. He wanted to do what the United States did to some countries in the Middle East, and what they did to Libya, to Gaddafi. It is the same thing that he wanted to do to Goodluck Jonathan. But upon all the things that Buhari has done, all the killings, no, everybody, they are all pretending as if it is not their business. Those are internal affairs. It doesn't concern them. It doesn't concern the US. It doesn't concern Britain. It doesn't concern anybody. But when a Biafran was president, it concerned you. You brought your submarine. Today, are there no Americans in the zoo called Nigeria? Yesterday, Americans were arrested by the DSS. America did not bring submarine to come and save the American citizens that were arrested by DSS. Why? Because they were taking pictures of the court. They don't want anybody to know what was transpiring in the court because they were taking pictures. DSS arrested them. There is no submarine because it is Fulani that is in power. There is no US submarine. UK citizen is the one that is being held hostage. Meanwhile, the president or the so-called president of the zoo called Nigeria is going to UK for medical checkups. They are friends. he's going for medical checkups and for education summits. As if he knows anything about education. Somebody that common WAEC he doesn't have. 20 years old child that has WAEC is more educated than Buhari. And he's president of the zoo. This is the game that is being played by Britain. And in their mind, they think we don't understand the game. We understand the game you are playing. We understand you are playing a game on us. But what you don't know is that Biafrans in the 1960s, or even Biafrans 100 years, 200 years ago, are not the same Biafrans of today. We have learned from our past of how you deceived us, of how you created division amongst us and used us against ourselves. You know, both Britain and Fulani, they are both conquerors. And these nations, most nations that are conquerors like this, they usually have a particular system, a pattern that they follow that works for them. Once you understand their pattern and you are able to fight off their pattern, then you will succeed. The pattern of Britain, the deceptive pattern of Britain and that of Fulani are very close. The Nigerian peoples, the other tribes in the zoo, as well as Biafrans, are suffering from these two forces, Britain and Fulani. Now their systems are close. The way Britain operates is that when Britain will first of all study the people, when they have understood the people, then they will find their weakness. When they find their weakness, they will now set them against themselves. So they set you against yourselves, and while you're fighting, they come in and reap. So once you are able to understand that this is their system, and no matter the bad blood between us, we should be able to bond together and forget any bad blood between us and move forward. You have defeated the British strategy. If you are able to conquer yourselves and conquer the bad blood that they have made you to create among yourselves, you know, Britain divided his own nation. His own nation, Britain succeeded in before the rest of Biafra and the extended zoo called Nigeria were even colonized. They have already divided his own nation for about 200 years or even more. Having one is his own kingdom to be fighting another his own kingdom, having one his own kingdom. We suffer this thing in his own nation until we got into Nigeria, until recently when we were able to bond together and put our house together. But now, it seems after bonding together and putting our house together, we seem to be losing ourselves at the end of the day to the Fulani strategy. So Britain will come in and say, oh, I want to do business with you. They will discuss with you, go to another one and discuss, and go to another one and discuss. They are the customers, so they will determine how they buy. At the end of the day, set you against yourself. The same thing Shell has been doing to our people in the coast, setting the people against themselves. You see this community fighting this community fighting this community, this ethnic nationality fighting this ethnic nationality. Shell. Ijo against Ishekiri, Ijo against this one against that one. Shell caused most of these problems. That is their system, the British system. Then the next is the Fulani system. Fulani system is so deceptive that you will not even know what is happening to you if you don't understand them until you are fully conquered. What does the Fulani do? Fulani are very weak. On their own, they are very weak. But they pose to be very strong. What they do is this: they will give you an illusion of strength. Fulani will give you an illusion of strength, make you feel that they are all powerful, that you can never fight them, not to talk about defeat them, that you can't even stand them. Fulani gives you a kind of picture of a massive wild beast, a ravenous beast, that if you make him, it will just finish you instantly. When they have created this image and created fear, then definitely it's not everybody that will be afraid of them. Most of the people will be challenging them. As a result of that fear, they will now begin to penetrate and be looking for the weaklings amongst you. Whether that weakling is in the leadership circle or not, they will look for that weakling. When Fulani finds that weakling, then they will begin to empower him. While he's in your land, Fulani will empower him as much as they can. And when they empower him, when he has become somebody of note, somebody whose voice people can hear, they will now begin to use him against his own people. And because he is amongst them, he carries their blood and DNA, he is with them, he is one of them, the people will not be able to fight him like they would fight a foreigner. They will not be able to spill the blood of their own. It will now become my opinion against yours, your word against mine. That is the Fulani system. They will try as much as possible, as many people as possible, to rise. They will raise as many people as possible in this system. So at the end of the day, you have Fulani servants amongst you. These Fulani servants will continue to serve Fulani interests. And they will keep sponsoring them and helping them so that their number will be so large to be able to take over the leadership of that area. Once these people take over the leadership of that area, the people are finished. Anybody that tries to come up to speak the truth, they will use these people to kill that person. And the people will have no choice and accept, because you are seeing this person is your brother. He speaks the same language with you. He's from the same place. Maybe he's even born by the same mother with you. That is the Fulani system. Either they use fear to buy you, or they use money to buy you. Those are their two weapons: fear and money. Fulani will either buy you with money, or they will buy you with fear. Because money and fear are their major weapons. That is why you have Fulani herdsmen, terrorists all over our forests and invading our communities. It is these two things they want to achieve: fear and money. Money in the sense that they are attacking your crops, you'll be poor and hungry, so they can bribe you. When they bribe you, you will forget your people because you want to eat, you want to survive for today. That is why they are attacking our agriculture. That is the strategy. That is Fulani strategy. So what we are battling is the mind game of Putin as well as Fulani. That is what Biafrans are battling. And after the war, they kept on building, because during the war, during the genocidal war in Biafrans in the 60s to 1970, or before then, they did not have people amongst us, except very few like Harodapa Briye that went to sell himself to them. Then in the West, Akintola that sold himself to them. Then a few people, pockets of them. Nnamdi Azikiwe wasn't exactly the puppet of Fulani before the war. He was more of the puppet of Britain, not really the puppet of Fulani. But he became the puppet of Fulani during the war. And they used him to build more puppets in Igbo land and in the rest of Biafra land. They caught him and unleashed him. That is what they do. When they bring you up, they train you to train others. So when you see politicians behave the way they do, they have been trained, they are trained puppets of the Fulani. They were trained to operate in that way. That this is how you operate if you want to survive in the Nigerian political system. They were trained and brought up in that fashion. So when you see people like Senator Chris Ngige, that was trained to become a slave, that was trained to become a Fulani slave, when you see him talk the way he talked yesterday, you will understand. You will understand this system that I'm talking about. All the governors in Biafra land, as well as the APC politicians, are part of this game, mostly in Igbo land. What is the game and what are they looking out in this game? They believe that when they hold our leader and if they keep holding him there, that everything will be calm. Believing that is the reason they don't want him to go to what was it called? Prison. They want to hold him hostage in DSS dungeon. They want to hold him hostage, whereby people cannot easily come and see him and all that. They want to hold him down, thinking that when they hold him down, then everywhere will be calm. And they believe that the unknown government are being controlled by our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the one that gives them order that if they hold him down, that unknown government activities will stop. It is no doubt that the unknown government or those that carry these activities, those, whether they are young people, I do not know, but I have a feeling that they are young people because this unknown government actually started after NSAS. So if these guys, because I still see it as a continuation of NSAS. When NSAS failed, the boys had to react because NSAS failed because the police were going about killing innocent people. So these innocent people started acquiring weapons and coming against the police and every other government institutions. So what you see as unknown government is actually an extension of NSAS. That's to tell you that NSAS have not ended because the people are tired. Now, it is true that these people have respect for our leader. They have compassion for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he's true. These are the people. And the people are not a political party. The people are not an organization. The people are the people. We in IPOB would do not know whether they are IPOB members or whether they are not. We don't know. The people that are doing these unknown government activities, we don't know them. But based on the way they are moving, we only know that these people are people that are angry as a result of NSAS based on the way things moved. So we understand that these people are the people. They are angry. They are showing their anger. And you cannot blame them. And we do not blame them because you cannot beat a dog and expect it not to cry. What you see as unknown government is the cry of NSAS. Unknown government is actually the cry of NSAS. So why should we tell them not to cry? So these people feel that, okay, unknown government is over. I mean, or when you hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then there will be no unknown government anymore. And actually, it happened that when they held Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's not like there is no unknown government because I still heard of one or two activities of the unknown government that took place. But it was as if everywhere calmed down. And I will read what Senator Chris Ngige said, because they started thinking that everywhere calmed down because they have held him and he's not there to give orders anymore. That's why nothing is happening. But they do not know that the people calm down because they want to see what will happen. These are the people. The leadership of IPOB will not be able to control these people when they go haywire. If when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was only talking, there were NSAS and people were destroying things, when you begin to play these games and the people no longer want to listen, they can go haywire. Unknown government are not ESN. We don't have control over those ones. We have control over ESN. Our leadership, of course. I am not in the what is it called, in the security. I don't know anything about security, so I don't have any control. I'm just a broadcaster. But our leadership have control of ESN, so they can tell ESN, okay, this should be done or that should be done in this way. But a non-government, who do you want to talk to? Did you set up a non-government? How can you control a non-government? How can you tell what they are going to do in the future? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is not just the leader of IPOB. When these people are playing these games, they must understand one thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the face of freedom of the oppressed. He is not just the leader of IPOB, he is the face of freedom. The way you are treating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are telling the world how you treat freedom. That the people cannot be free. The people have no right to speak. And that they have no right to justice. And they have no right to lawyers. Because for you to play this game and you did not allow this court case to go on, you held him back. The DSS held him back. It means that you have denied him the court case. You have denied him a hearing. You have denied him of his lawyers. You have denied him a hearing. We know that October 21st that you have put, you will still do the same thing. Your plan is to do the same thing. You want to keep doing this thing as long as you can, until you find a way whereby you can manipulate the court case in such a way that it will suit your plans. We know that you want to keep him in that dungeon as long as you want to. We know that is your plan. You want to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in that dungeon as long as possible. 5 years, 10 years, or if possible, eliminate him. But they're not going to succeed. It is not possible because we are aware. We know what you are doing. Biafrans all over the world and lovers of freedom are aware. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the face of freedom. He is not just a leader of a group. IPOB is not a group. IPOB is a movement. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the face of freedom. And you have to be careful how you handle that face. Now let me read what Senator Chris Ngige said, so you will understand how much of a puppet these politicians in Biafra land are. He said, and I quote, "The case between Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, and the federal government, which was adjourned till October, is a very serious one and must be handled carefully." When you hear this first paragraph, it will look as if the man wants to say something reasonable. But let us move on. The court knows what they are doing, and we are not in the position to determine to the judge what to do. Federal government is involved in this case, which means it's a case between the entire Nigerians and the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu. No. Now this is me talking. This second paragraph, where he ended it by saying it's a case between the entire Nigerians and the leader of IPOB, Nnamdi Kanu, This is not the case between Nigerians and Nnamdi Kanu. This is the case between the oppressors and the oppressed. And Nnamdi Kanu represents the oppressed. And you, Chris Nkike, and the rest of the Fulani overlords and the Biafran puppets like you are the oppressors. This is a case between the oppressors and the oppressed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is just a face of all oppressed people in Nigeria. This is not the case of Nigeria and IPOB, or Nigeria and the leader of IPOB. No. This is the case of the oppressors and the oppressed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is just one man that represents all that is oppressed in the zoo. Whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Hausa, whether you are Juku, whether you are Ibibio, whether you are Idoma, whether you are Izon, whether you are Isoko, whether you are Igede, it doesn't matter where you are from. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is representing you. And whatever is done, however they treat him, is what they are doing to you in your house. That is what they are doing. This is the case of the oppressors and the oppressed. Because if not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the oppressors would have finished their work. Fulani would have taken over everywhere, would have conquered everywhere, because it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that woke Biafrans up, and the movement, the IPOB movement, started and became stronger. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, with the help of IPOB, were able to wake the Yoruba nation up until Sunday Igboho came up. So IPOB and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are responsible for everybody that has woken up in the zoo and realized what the Fulani is doing, and everybody that is trying their best to fight against it. I know how we encouraged the governor of Benue State that today he has now summoned courage and put his house together and fighting off Fulani headsmen in his state. If not for IPOB, till today he would have been lamenting. He would have been crying, and his people would have been dying, and nothing will happen. Hoping that there is hope coming from federal government of the zoo. Let us continue. What President Muhammad, I'm still reading from Senator Chris Ngige. What President Muhammad Buhari is doing is to ensure that there is peace and unity amongst the people he is ruling. From the look of things now, peace has been restored in the eastern region unlike before. So every Nigerian ought to be excited about that. Nobody is giving out unnecessary undemocratic order again. The whole system is now calm. The judge will decide. Ours is to observe and obey what the judge decides on this case. Senator Chris Ngige. Are you seeing? He said everything is now calm because nobody is giving order. That is their system. They believe that it is the order that is coming from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is making unknown government to do the things that they were doing. Don't forget, just some days back, Nigerian army with all their force attacked a community in Enugu that ESN went to defend from Fulani headsmen. They launched attack on our people. And this man is saying that everywhere is calm. Meanwhile, Fulani herdsmen is still there. ESN is fighting Fulani herdsmen. And the army is coming to fight ESN. Senator Chris Ngiga, an Igbo man, is saying that the East is calm. Are you seeing how these people have sold their destinies for peanuts? Of course, they can sell their destinies, but they will not include us in it. They will not include us in that destiny sale. At this juncture, I will be opening up the lines for people to call in. The line to call is +48. If you're just joining us, this is Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. And you can call in and contribute to what we have been talking about. The line to call is +48 579 201 506. I take it again, +48 579 201 506. One more time, +48 579 201 506. You can call us on Signal. Please don't try to call on a normal call. It will not go. It will not connect. You have to call us on Signal. Okay? That line I just gave you is a Signal line. So you can call in and contribute your own quota to this discussion of today, which is the British game. The lines are open now. So anybody that wants to call, you are free to do so. You are free to do so. So these people, the Fulani, the politicians, and all of these people that their aim is to destroy our land, they believe that because they have held Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and they have held him hostage, and for the fact that they have held him hostage, that everything is over. They can now run over our lands. That's the reason Fulani herdsmen still came, thinking that there will be no ESN to defend the people. That's why they still came to Enugu, thinking ESN will not be able to defend the people anymore because there is nobody to give order. Because the person that gives order has been held hostage. That's it. If you're calling for the first time, okay, you can send a message or you just call. I will accept it. I will accept it when you call. Okay, if you're calling for the first time, but if you have called this line before, then it is just going to connect straight. It is just going to connect straight. But if you're calling for the first time, when your call comes in the first time, it will demand for me to accept it first before you will be able to call in. Okay, so okay, I've just seen one request, so I've accepted. You can call in now, and the person that is just trying to call, you can call in. So as I was saying, I'll accept it, then I can now pick the call the next time that you call. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Okay, thank you very much, Mazi TARI NEMI. My name is Desmond and I'm calling you from Italy. I don't know if I'm coming out very well.
Yes, you are.
Yes, thank you very much, Mazi. And I want to say welcome to you because since you came back, I have not been able to get through. So I want to say welcome to you and then thank God for everything. First of all, I want to say greetings to Biafrans, IPOB family member worldwide, and our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. His Excellency, we appreciate and we salute you, and we pray that Chukwu Ikabema will continue to be with you and continue to strengthen you. You know, Mazi, on your topic this morning is a very, very important one, and it's good that our people will be, should I say, sensitized, orientate on the strategy and the tactics of the British. As you know, like what you said earlier on, when people hear that Boris Johnson has called these evil men, they will think maybe there is something sensible they want to score, not knowing that they just want to give them more strategy, more deceitful and more evil plans, you know. So our people must be able to brace up on what is ahead of us as to where we are today. Like I can assure you that, you see, yesterday we had a protest in Italy, and it was really heavy, I assure you. And what you are saying, it almost collaborates, because I want to thank the national coordinator of IPOB in Italy and all those people that were with us yesterday, both our reverend fathers and our sisters and all our comrades, all our Biafran people. They turn up in quantum. It was the should I say, the population there was the masses there was too much, you know. And the Italy government, I don't know if I should say, British contacted them to censor us yesterday, but they did not survive, because when they saw the crowd and when they saw our resilientness and when they saw our resoluteness and our reaction, they decided to do the right thing. Initially, they wanted to censor us. They did not want some medias. They did not want us to be. They did not want us to go wide the way we should go, you know. But with the reaction of our people yesterday, they saw that it was not a child's play, and they saw the seriousness in us, and they had to allow us to do the right thing. And at the end of the day, we were able to submit our letter to them. Somebody came, I don't know if it's the ambassador or somebody acting on his instruction. He came from the British embassy. And even before we even finished the rally, you know, their newspapers in Italy were already carrying it, you know. And because where we were was really strategic, you know, and we are in the front of that British embassy. It's really important that our people understand that we are in a very hard time, that we need to understand. It's not only we need power when the time comes, but now we need wisdom, we need sense, we need to think deep and know what is going on. I tell you, a lot of things is going on, and Biafrans must understand that a lot of things is going on. Yesterday in Italy it was a great lesson for us yesterday, for those of us who were there, who were monitoring the event, who were following up everything. We really learned a lot. British is working so hard. We have dent their name. We have called them out for what they are. They cannot hide again. They are trying all their best to see a way to suppress us, but I assure you they cannot. They cannot and will not allow it. They must do the right thing. Our message was very, very clear yesterday, and the whole world and Italy and even them, the British, they got our message yesterday. And we want to thank everybody that were there yesterday, the IPOB National Executive, also the IPOB National Coordinator, and those people who has been using to work, all our people that heard their view yesterday, our reverend fathers and our reverend sisters, we thank them. And we must continue, because this is just the beginning of it. We must continue. We are doing it like you said. If you don't have food at home, well, everything you are doing abroad is like is not very, very. So our people must understand that what we are here for them and they are there for us. Our people at home must be resolute, you know. And having said this, Mazi, let me quickly once again give out our number to support ESN, because it's very, very important. It is part of our responsibility, what we are going to be doing. We have to keep on supporting ESN. Fulani are very stupid, you know. I can assure them that the wisdom or the advice that Boris Johnson will give them will be in futile, you know, because they will not succeed. This time around, our people, our eyes are very, very, our eyes are wide and open. We are not ready. Look, They can look, they can do or they can plan all their evil. Is it not that? Does somebody die 2 times? Somebody does not die twice. We are out, we are out. Biafra, or we die. They have been killing us for years, even before 1970, even not. But we are telling them that very soon, if they don't do the right thing they are supposed to do, it is going to be we are going to die with them. Not only in this day, squads that were trained to guide things like this, because they saw how our people, they saw the rage, so they understand we can do anything. Even though when we wanted to submit the letter, you saw the security mountain there. They know this. We are not holding anything, only flag. And if you see the security, because they can see the anger in our eyes, from our voices, from our reaction, they can see the anger. They are human beings, they have sense. So there is nothing they can do that will make us to stop. Only Biafra, and our people must keep on supporting PSN. For Biafrans in Italy that came out yesterday, I want to thank you, and I'm calling on those people who has not joined what we are doing to please join, because it's very, very important. Now, if you're Biafran and you're in Italy, please call this number from IPOB National for the Italy, signed by the IPOB National Coordinator, to support ESN. Our land must be defended. Our mothers must be able to go to their farm, harvest their crop, and our people must be able to feed. You cannot strangulate us economically in all way to survive, and the farm that we go to the hard way, no good road, no water, no support, nothing. Our aged mothers, they work hard in the farm to survive, and somebody will come from Tajalo with cow and destroy it in the name of what? We cannot continue to allow this. Our people must rise up to expectation. We must rise up, So the Biafra in Italy, please do call this number to support PSN. It's very, very important. +39 35100 46055. I repeat, +39 35100 46055. This number is for IPB National Coordinator in Italy. The second number is +39 3512 551274. I repeat, +39 3512 551274. This number is for IPB National PRO in Italy. Any of them you call, you'll be directed on how to support PSN. And importantly, dear friends, please, we must be disciplined. Our leader has taught us discipline. We must be disciplined at this critical stage of our fight, because a disciplined army can defeat any army in the world. With discipline and following of directives, don't come online and talk anyhow. Anything you are not clear with, go to your coordinator or follow the necessary and the normal procedure.
Thank you very much, my brother. Desmond. Yeah, let us give space for other people to call in. Thank you. God bless you. That's a very nice one from Desmond from Italy. That's a very, very nice one. If you've been trying to call, you can still call in now. The lines are open. Okay. Desmond explained how their rally in Italy went, and I think I've seen some of those pictures, and I also checked the videos. In some videos, I've come across some of those videos, and it looks quite encouraging and nice. These are the kind of things that should continue. It shouldn't stop. It will not stop. We'll continue to disturb the whole world until our leader, Mazinam Nekano, is freed. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Good. I would like to be an anonymous, but I think maybe you will recognize me.
Okay.
But I'll remain anonymous, and my location also to be restricted.
No problem.
I am a member. I'm one of the friends. I'm a member of IPO. Let me just say that. But what I want to say from your analysis this afternoon is that I think you have said it all. But there is a tension on the ground. The tension is, what do we do? Where do we go from here? If we keep quiet, they are going to kill our leader. That's one thing that we must know. And then when I listen to some of our programs, maybe last program that was held in Israel, and before Abacha is talked, there's one of our brother who came on the air and who made some legal representation about our leaders' case, that we are on the right track on what the lawyers are doing, and the simple extraordinary rendition of our leader and all those things they are talking about. I think they are all good. But you know, sometimes I see some my own and I laugh a little bit because what your view this afternoon has actually made me a little bit than faith. What is like about. We don't it's all about what to did this convention route, and they know about it. Pretend that is pretending that they don't know what's happening. They know. They are part of the whole deal. And there is no amount of noise that we are going to make out there, that will stop these people from this war power. It's a power talk to. They know what they are doing. Do what they did yesterday by putting their fingers in our eyes and we keep quiet. They are going to kill our leader. They tested the water the first time, they tested the second time, and they see that people are among us who can cool down. The legal representative is very fine. They are pursuing it. Nigerian, this year people are going to go to jail. Someone was, even when the Maradiko was arrested, people were arrested and they go to jail. You know what? I laugh. You know why I laugh? The case of our leader and case of Omar is not the same. The case of Maradiko was the corruption. The case of our leader is representing 70 million Biafrans or over 100 million Biafrans, and also the whole Nigeria as a whole. And the only man that has pushed Nigeria to the war up to where it is, to history of Nigeria, Americano. On the radio, no, if people are saying us, what do we do? How do we go to the street? Our when I listen to a conclusion, no, people not dying. This person that is saying this is dying. They are coming from Abuja, saying Abuja this morning, this night, yesterday night, yesterday. People were on the phone. I asked the question: are we not so vulnerable that we are dying? Yeah, we are the only race in Nigeria that is in prison. We are the only race in Nigeria that they are killing any moment. If you go to many prisons in Nigeria, you see thousands, not IPOB only, the Igbos, the Ijos, the Oduduwas, the Efik are languishing in jail. And some people come and say, no, if we go to the streets, they are going to kill many of us. I am asking this question this morning. Our leader said before he was arrested, we are going to die. We ought to prepare to die. But after this death, Biafra will come. If this is what IPOB and the leadership is telling us, we are going to hit a very hard lock structure. We are going to, I don't want to say, let's not what the speculation of people be the right thing that people are speculating. Maybe these people have done this, maybe the other people have done that. If you don't do anything, IPOB is going to hit a hard rock. My back, it might fall apart. If we don't understand by saying that we have an organization who is ready shame to all of us. If anything should happen to Mazinand, things have happened to you. He has been adopted, beaten up more than Jesus Christ in Kenya and brought to Nigeria. He was beaten more than Yeshua, brought to Nigeria. He said something has not happened. The people say, he has a mark of wounds on his body where he was beaten mercilessly. The only thing we are waiting for is the blood to be spilled. That is one thing that I know we are waiting for. If there's nothing like that, I will ask our leader, tell Sulani that we are no longer in the age of 1967. Tell us, engage, let's engage. Whatever I don't ask you to come on the radio and tell us what you're doing. We know you're doing something. But if it's not shown that people should see, IPOB is going to be shaking hard. But I believe and I pray to Elohim, that it doesn't happen. People are voicing up saying so many things. People are dancing their spirit. This protest we are doing around the world is just to tell people that listen to us, not what say. Something that people should listen to his voice, so because so that the whole world will know that we have shouted, we have protested. Whatever happens now, they should bear us witness that we have asked the whole world, America, Britain, everybody, that they should come to our rescue and organize a referendum, and they've done nothing about it. It's only when two people are fighting the top person come for separation. If you say Mazinand Kano is going to be waiting for you to say, my leader, my African, I agree to this morning. If I say the way it is in my mind, I don't want to.
Thank you very much, my brother. I know.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. You know, I had to allow him to finish what he's saying. I had to allow him to finish what he's saying because I know that he's angry, he's pissed off. Many of our people are. And at this point in time, it's not when somebody is expressing such anger and you have to cut him short. Okay, please, if you're calling, you can call. The lines are open. Okay, you can still call in. The lines are open before we round up this program. So he has said his mind, and that is his opinion. Okay, and that is his opinion. His opinion is not far-fetched. Okay, but I believe the leadership of IPOB is not abandoning our leader, and the DOS is doing everything possible to ensure that things are done the right way. Thank you. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Radio Biafra, Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you calling from?
Hello, Tari.
Yeah.
I greet you, my brother.
I greet you too. You're welcome.
Thank you for the good work that you are doing for Biafrans. I greet my leader, Mazinand Kano, the savior of our time. My name is Nnanyere. Nnanyere is from Umunze. Umunze is in Biafra land, Anambra State. I'm calling from Russia. Well, I just want to contribute my own mind. In Russia here, that's how Russia it is. I don't know. We are not a democracy much. But we just submitted our own letter yesterday. And we'll continue today. I want to talk to Ngige. Hello? Am I coming through?
Yes, you are coming out. The world is listening.
I want to talk to Ngige. All these slaves masters in our Biafra land, that they say they want to be slave for their generation and on their generation, but we say we can no longer be a slave in our Papa land and in our motherland. Ngige, there is not going to be election in Anambra State, and we will support this to the last call. Ngige, hear me and hear me clear. There is not going to be any election in Biafra land. You people have sold us so much. This is the end of the road for you people, all of you. all of you, this is the end of the road because you people cannot continue be fooling us. We run away from you people. We run away from our motherland. And we have everything that it takes to become somebody in that our land. But you people do not want us to be. And we come here again, want to come back to our motherland. You people still insist. We will give you people what you people are need for. And I want to talk to our brothers and sisters, our uncles that in Abuja. Only one person that come out to save the whole Southeast, the whole Eastern region. You people cannot close shop and come and rally around in that Abuja High Court. You cannot close shop for one day and come and rally around just one day, just 2 hours. People are doing business. You do business from year to year. You don't have anything to talk about for your generation. You only build house and buy car. What else? What about your generation? Please, I want to urge of our brothers, they should stop all these things that they are doing. Anytime they call court in Abuja, you push, you close shop and come around in our follow our brothers and do and just stay in court for 2 hours or 3 hours. It doesn't take you anything in your body. How can you people be sitting there? Just a few people will be in Abuja, while almost 95% people that in Abuja and their property owns by all this Southeast. You people are not making us proud. It's obvious. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, and continue your good work.
Thank you very much. God bless you. The lines are still open. Okay, let us take this call. Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Simon Aranogo, calling from the city of Almeria, Spain. Simon is from Umaka, Omar Peace in our Lord. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, my African rep, Tammy. I just want to contribute in, I don't know some of the topic because I'm just coming out now before I join. But one thing I want to say is this. The most important thing to me is this. Where is our leader? The time is ticking. 24 hours or 48 hours or 72 hours, we are waiting. We want to know the head of our leader. What is going on with our leader? How is our leader doing? Because I had something that made me scared. I heard from our lawyer up to 8 days now. Nobody know how is our leader and how he's feeling and what is going on. We are not blaming anybody. We are not calling them. We are all in this together. But I want us to know that our so that this can be us, so that we know we can start looking for the black goat before to come. We want to know. We are waiting from our attorney to know how our leader is doing before I will say anything again. Because the other of 3 days, see, most of is still in us. We never forget about it. If you don't see me after the 3 days, if you don't hear from me after 3 days, we are still to hear from you to know what's going on. But the meeting, I like when we said there won't be anything like that's the main reason why they pick our leader. Exactly. That's why they want to do anything to hold him because of the election. It's a pity that some of our people have broadcast our radio made that they said something about our election. Somebody from the zoo called me from Nigeria. That thing your leader is saying, is he meaning? Does he mean that they will disrupt the election again? This person, I say, the ones who have voted, what have we benefited on it before we are voting another one? That our leader said, if he gonna allow election, that means the result will be there by the people. They will count the result immediately, but not to carry it to Abuja. This is somebody called me this, asked me this question before, because if you see what is going on, it is our people, but we are watching, paying attention to every one of us, every one of them, because one thing we don't want to get involved is this, to target or deal with anybody his hand is clean. That is why we are paying attention, monitor everything that is going on. There's no thing that we are stupid. There's no thing that can take us for ride for so long. IPOB is this, Nandikani is this, people doing IPOB is something is this and that. We don't talk much, we just keep it and allow them to yap. But it's time to show them what we are made of. It's time to show them what we are refined of. One thing I want every one of us to do is this. Prepare your arsenal. Keep your arsenal and ready to go in case you are needed. Mazi, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I want every one of us to hold on, to remember the goal, what we are pushing, and know that, so that you'll be there when the Son of Man will come back again, you'll be there waiting. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Biafra must be restored. It is a difficult time for us, but we must come through it. We must continue. Oh, hey, Biafra. Sign off from here.
Thank you very much. God bless you. You know, this scholar and the previous scholar, they've made mention of something. Anambra election. 2017, our leader said that there should be no election, or that on that day of election, people should not vote, people should sit at home and all that. Because of that election, that was why they came to his house to kill him. Because of Anambra election. 2021 is 4 years after. 4 years after our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the same Anambra election, have said that this time there will be no election whatsoever. 2017, there was no ESN when he said there should be no election. 2021, there is ESN, and the people knows that that order can be carried out very, very well. They came to kill him 2017 in his house. They did not succeed. This time, they went to kill him in Kenya. Before bringing him into Nigeria, thinking that maybe they will be able to do whatever they want to do so cheaply, not knowing the law. You know, Fulani, they are very, very ignorant. They don't know the law. They don't know the law. So, not knowing the law, they thought when they are in Nigeria now, they can just do what they want to do. That they can just do what they want to do. So let me call let me call in somebody that is trying to get on the on this program. before we round up. Hello, good morning, Mazi, and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, Mazi TARI NEMI. Very good morning, good afternoon for WhatsApp. I remain okay for the Messiah Corona, okay? And I hear from Omaka. Omaka is in our local province of Biafra land. Our leader still remains only in the mountain and the Okukano. Your memories with your sugar praise Anya. And we salute all his lieutenants doing the needful at this critical point in time. And all the fanaticals, men of valor, radicals all over the world, we continue to appreciate all of you, our volunteers that are back to work, doing what they know how to do best. UGM, we continue to pray for all of you, especially the UGM, which only said they know nothing about them. And we thank God that they're still doing their work. We appreciate all of them. Now, thank you very much. I don't want to talk much because this is not time of too much talking. It's time of action. Okay, now, there are certain things our leader said. When he said, I salute people that are dead and those who are going to die in this struggle. This was one of his last quotes before they renditioned him or they kidnapped him in Kenya via the help of the Eflefus, Igbo billionaires, Biafra, Igbo, let us say Igbo because all of them involved are Igbos. Igbo businessmen that gathered together, the voters, like Oyembu said, the voters are gathering and they gathered and they brought about $1 billion to make sure that they got what they want. Even after that, they are still fighting to make sure that our leader is killed, but Uche Manabu Chukwu, all power belongs to Chukwu Kabiama. Like I want to correct my beloved brother, Simon Ayano, who just dropped, is my beloved brother from Umaka too. Onyendu is alive. Onyendu is not dead. Onyendu is alive. Let us get that into our score. Onyendu is still alive. He is not dead. So, yeah, he said it that whenever we look for him, we should destroy him. But we will not forget one thing, Mazi. We have code of conduct, and we have chains of command, and we other command and control. There are people that are directing the affairs of this struggle for now. 100% Biafrans are not happy for the way the Fulanis are treated us, and for some lapses here and there. Mazi, why do I say that lapses? I'll put that clause there because it doesn't go well with all of us. It's a slap to every one of us that our leader left for 80 days. Nobody knew, not until the zoo come and that is one. And second one that brought the camera was yesterday when they could not bring him. Of course, we know the lawyers are holidays because sometimes you rumor they suspend they're on vacation. But then and only then, if they know they're not going to bring him out like yesterday, what they still feel that sitting, which is about 40 days. If we count down 40 days from yesterday, 12 p.m. till that time, 40 days. They should have do it outright, then we know. But all the same, they've done what they want to do. But in all, Chukwu Kabiama, the creator that sent him on that journey, his hand is in all we are doing. Everything happened for a purpose. The sad news yesterday was when Carter come and said that in Lokoja Bridge, the two soldiers were kidnapping our people, going back to their base. Why are they doing this, Mazi? Why are they doing? Do we know what these idiots are costing for us? The Fulanis that are from Niger.
They are doing.
Do we know what they are costing for us?
They are doing this because they want to intimidate us.
Of course, they want to feed their prisons again.
Yes.
Because we paid millions and millions to almost close to $40 million to bail our people, and this money goes to them. That's why they're laying pipeline from our land to Niger. But we will not talk too much until we are praying and we are hoping that the needful shall be done as soon as possible, because when we start touching those things, even the British, they will force to come. All those things that are taken in our land, it has to stop this. This is our generation, we must stop it. But as for the slaves in Biafra land, Mazi, as if I was there, we appreciate him. We saw him. And I want to use this opportunity to tell our brother, the fanaticals, men of honor, radicals, who are against today, and saw it anyway, that thing does not repeat because there will be subsequent in court. I don't want to make him to go, he said to go up. But we want to tell him, all of them that are betraying their motherland, Judas reward, but I wait for all traitors, both home and abroad. In any way, shape, or form, they are involved. And the one in Imo, the Supreme Court governor in Imo State, do what he knows how to do best. Sending army in Imo State, sending army to Enugu to eliminate our people. There's no too much talking in the evening gospel. Very soon, we're on parallel line, very soon we shall meet. There's no, I will have to leave it there. But let all man, let everybody be guide his leon. That now it will happen. Everybody should go and do the needful. This is the time of working, it's not time of too much talking or time of blame. We need cohesion more than ever before now. We must be more united now. Forget gossip, forget hatred for one another, and face the reality and get our winning the art is our priority. Our top priority is to make sure that Mazin Nande Okukalo comes out from this dungeon. Maz, I remain economic. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother. God bless you.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning and welcome to Radio Biafra Voice of the Coast. Your name and where you're calling from? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, my leader. Good morning from here. I don't know if I can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you very well and the world is listening.
A quick one, Pastor Jack on the line. I'm calling from my location. I just want to add my voice. All of us, Biafrans, we have seen what these guys are doing. We know that British has always been the prime suspect. We know them. For some of us who have lived our lives in the coastal region, we know how they operate. All the oil companies, most of the youth we lost today to cultism. All these oil companies founded those cultism. They sponsor them to kill one another. Many souls were lost, communities ravaged, housing set ablaze. They were sponsored by these oil companies. Then in the end, few willing tools were used to achieve their purpose. It already happened in my own community as well. Now, from that, without us losing focus, everybody understand that the game people are playing, just like you rightly said. Boris Johnson has invited the Kenya and the impostor in Asoro to brief them on how they will go about this extraordinary rendition. And the one they are testing the water. This is our leader will always say, cats flying. They are looking at what we are going to do, what our reaction will be. They have done the first one when they have voted our leader before the news was broken to us. Since this recess, later because they are listening to us about all the things happening. Because of the pressure, they had to pick a kangaroo court that the hearing is going to take place. But the plan with both the court and everybody, they are not going to bring our leader. And they also use that to test another set of water to see our reaction. And that is why you will be able to hear or read the statement from Ngige and other people. And they expected us to do something. And as well, that is the right thing to do. Because they will not react. We assume that if they kill our leader, peradventure, God forbid, not to, that's what they are doing. Sasaki and other people, they have done that too. Because there is no much pressure and reaction. They have continued to hold these people down and kill some of them, Polarization, and nothing has happened. So they want to test, this is a litmus test on what IPOB will definitely do if the worst case happens. And that is why anybody is telling us that we should calm down doesn't know what he's saying. Not only are we angry, at this juncture, we should act. In as much as we respect all the authorities as ought to be, but we need to act accordingly in order to make sure. And these people also should understand that if they lie, they should keep out. What is happening will continue to happen. We need to prove that to them. And we need to prove that worst case will happen. That damn when our leader was with us, they need to know that. And you know, British, all this while we have been doing this, our freedom fighting, we have never touched British. By their business interests, those oil pipelines, we have never touched them. But just mark my word today, immediately we blast their platform, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, the cost to fix those pipelines. Nobody will tell you. British will look for us for negotiation. Go and mark this word. Did you not see what happened between them and Avengers? Immediately touch that their economic interest, they will come. I'm telling you the gospel truth. So we need to also hit the Britain and other people that are donating this million for these people to use to perpetrate this evil against our people. Nobody will come and fight the fight for us. We will fight the fight. And by the time we show ourselves meaningful, we show ourselves die hard, the world will advise them that it's better to let these people go. Because if it is civil war, we are ready for that war. It doesn't matter how long it's going to take. As long as we get our freedom, we have been in this cycle of bondage for a very long time. Nigeria has expired. And anybody working hard to make sure you keep Nigeria, it's better we die together. Nigeria must stop to exist. That is just my input this morning. My leader, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Pastor Jack. God bless you. God bless you. And this brings us to the close of today's program. Our time is fast spent and we cannot continue anymore from here. God bless each and every one of you that has contributed 1 or 2 to today's program. We'll move on tomorrow, same time, same station. We are going to meet again. God bless you all.